Psalm 8:3. When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars which thou hast ordained, what is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visitest him? David here is taken back at just how good God is to mankind. He was in awe of all the blessings that God gave to him personally. And it all started with him considering all that was done and all that he'd been given. He considered the constellations. He considered nature. He considered all that God had time to do, and yet God took time for him. You know, one preacher years ago told me that when we as people are thoughtful, we'll be thankful. You know, I've come to find that true in my life. Remember years ago, I detached my bicep from my shoulder. It was a long process, but I remember when I was finally through surgery and I finished physical therapy, how thankful I was that I could use my shoulder properly. And it was something that beforehand I never even gave thought to thanking God for the use of my shoulders. But boy, now I thank God for them. And now, even when my shoulder hurts or I have an ache or a pain here, I'm grateful that I have use of it. I remember years ago, my wife and I, we were without a house. Now, we weren't homeless. We still had a roof over our head, but we didn't have a place to call our own. You know, from that day to this, every time I come into the house that God's given us, I'm thankful for a place to call home. I'm thankful for a place that I can raise my family. You know, there was a time years ago, I lost my job. I had a wife, I had a kid, I had another one on the way, and I lost my job a month before Christmas. I'll tell you what, I know what it's like to live life without a paycheck and to wonder how I'm going to make rent, or to, worry each time you got to put gas in the tank or put money out for groceries and wonder how you're going to meet the needs. You know, each time I fill up my gas tank today, I'm thankful that I can put gas in my car. Each time I see a paycheck post, I'm thankful for the security that that paycheck brings and the God who provided that security. You see, when you and I consider what we have, we'll be grateful for what we have. When we consider what God has given us, we'll be thankful for what He's given us. Hey, I wonder today, when's the last time you thanked God for your job? Oh, we like to complain about our employment, but when's the last time you thanked God for it? When's the last time you thanked God for a paycheck that posted? When's the last time you stopped and you thanked God for the house that you get to live in with your family? You say, well, it's not what I want. Well, is it a roof over your head? When's the last time you thanked God for it? Hey, when's the last time you thanked God for gas in your car? When's the last time that you stopped and you thanked God that you had groceries to be able to carry into the house? I can tell you times I didn't have groceries to carry into the house. And I know when someone gets home with groceries and they say, oh, I need help bringing groceries in out of the car. If we're not careful, we can say, oh, not again. Well, let's thank God we have groceries to carry into the house. You see, when you and I are thoughtful, we'll be thankful. I remember sitting in the hallway of a hospital up in Bel Air, Maryland, as the doctors and the nurses tried to resuscitate my baby girl. I remember hearing the EKG flatline. And I remember thinking at that point, I'm so very thankful for heaven. I was reminded of that verse, Psalm 18:30, where the Bible tells us, as for God, His way is perfect. I remember being so thankful for His planning. And though I don't understand what God is doing, His planning is perfect and it can be trusted. I wonder, when's the last time you thanked God for His planning in your life? When's the last time you thanked God that there was a heaven? When's the last time you thanked God for where He placed you? You say, well, this isn't where I wish I was, and this isn't where I thought I would be. Well, thank God you're not where you could be. You know, something I have come to find is that to the extent that I'm thoughtful of all that has been given to me, and to the extent that I'm thoughtful of all that's been kept from me and all that I've been kept from, I'm thankful for God. I'm thankful to God for all that He does. Maybe it's time that you start your day with a notebook or a sheet of paper and take an inventory of your life. Ladies, think back to the days you couldn't wait to be a mother and a wife. And when the day is long and when the children are wearing on your nerves, and when your husband's maybe not everything you wish he was, thank God that you have a husband. Thank God that you have children. There are mamas right now that would love to be able to hold their babies. There are mamas right now that would love to be able to lean on their husband, and they can't. Hey, husbands, look back to the days that you couldn't wait to be a father and a husband, and thank God for your wife, and thank God for the children that he's given to you. When the days are long and when the finances are low, just thank God for the family that he's given you. You say, well, I don't have anything that I want. My health is failing. My finances are poor. My career is not what I thought it would be. I'm nowhere near where I thought I should be at this point in my life. Let me tell you, if that's you today, at the very least, every Christian has two things for which they can thank God. First, that you're not in hell today. You and I deserve hell. Thank God that there is a heaven. Thank God there is an eternal life that's been provided for you. And then secondly, thank God for opportunity. You see, when you woke up this morning, God was giving you an opportunity to live today. You have an opportunity to live today. You say, well, nothing else is the way that I wish it was. You have opportunity to make it what it should be. Let me encourage you to not let Thanksgiving be the only day you make a list of that for which you're thankful. You see, dear Christian, you are more joyful when you're thankful. And you'll be more thankful of what is when you're more thoughtful of what could be. I pray this has been a help. We love you, folks. We'll see you tonight at 7.